Nobody wants to hear this, and neither did I when I was 30 kilos overweight and nothing was working for me. But this is the exact reason that you're stuck, and it's got very little to do with your diet plan. So let me save you years of wasted time right now. There is nothing, no guru, no biohack, no magic dieting method that is standing between you and that physique that you've been dreaming of. The fitness industry has built a massive economy convincing you otherwise. Because if the answer's boring, nobody can charge you for anything, can they? So they keep repackaging the exact same method in a different wrapper, and you keep buying it. New program every 6 weeks, new dieting method that you've been trying, and the same result every single time. I've been where you are. I've been out of shape. I'm in 30 kilos overweight. I've tried everything and I know what works and what doesn't. And I've spent the past 8 years taking men through the exact same transformation that I went through and achieving results like this, and like that. You see, the ones who transformed, and I mean properly, permanently transformed, weren't the most talented or weren't the most disciplined. They were just willing to do the same unglamorous things over and over without needing to be excited because they were clear on the reason why they wanted the result in the first place. And that's the whole game. So let's break it down. Firstly, your nutrition. So here's what actually kills most diets. And it's not hunger, it's not discipline, it's not willpower, it's boredom. You want variety. You want to be eating at all these different events. And for the first couple of weeks, it is. You're not tired, you're more motivated, you're more consistent, you're more disciplined. You're meal prepping on a Sunday like a man with a plan. Then Wednesday of week 3 arrives, you've got nothing in the fridge, your boss has been a dickhead all week, the fridge looks depressing, and your brain starts negotiating with you. Just this once, you deserve it, start again tomorrow, you've done so well. And just like that, months of effort has been unraveled over a Thursday night takeaway and a 6-pack of Peroni. You see, the solution isn't finding a diet with more enjoyable food in it. It's removing the emotional relationship with food altogether. Your nutrition doesn't need to entertain you. It's there to fuel you. Keto, calorie counting, carnivore, whatever dieting method matters far less than your ability to stick to it long term. Build an eating structure that fits around your actual life, not the life you have on a good week, and then do it when you don't feel like it to. Repeat this for months, not days. Then we move on to your training. Quick question, how many programs are sitting on your phone right now that you've never even started or abandoned after about week 4? See, most men don't have a problem with training. They have a problem with committing to a plan and sticking to it for a period of time because they get bored and they want something new. They don't want to follow a rigid plan because they want to keep things interesting because they think it's going to be made it more enjoyable. So they show up to the gym with no plan, no real structure, not really knowing what they're going to be doing on that specific day, therefore winging it in the gym, spending too long in the gym, and coming out with, yes, a bit of a pump, but have you really moved the needle forward in terms of physique? If you haven't got that structure, you haven't got that routine, and you haven't got that consistency, so you don't necessarily know if you're beating your personal best every single week. And as we know, a stronger muscle is a bigger muscle. You need to make sure that you're progressing within them sessions every single week, because if not, your body's got no reason to change. Pick a program, one program, run it for 12 weeks without swapping it out at least. I've had mine for about the past 7 months. If you need a starting point, I'll put one together for you. It's sitting in the description box. It's free, takes you about 30 seconds to grab it. And here's something worth sitting with. Enjoyment in training doesn't come from consistency, it comes because of it. You grind through the first few weeks, you start noticing the progress, and that's what pulls you back. The motivation people are always looking for isn't a starting point, it happens as a byproduct. Now we need to speak about when it does go wrong, because no matter how perfect you are, you'll have parts within this process where shit hits the fan. So stop trying to have a perfect week. You won't. Nobody does. And if you do, you haven't really got a life, I would say. I would argue the pursuit of a perfect week is one of the main things that causes people to trip up and then fall off track, because they set the bar so high for themselves, and anything less than that, they feel like they're not doing enough. And when you feel like you're not doing enough for a period of time, naturally your motivation dips. And when your motivation dips, your consistency dips, and then that's where you give up. Real life is messy. You'll miss a session. You'll eat something that wasn't in the plan. You'll have a weekend that goes completely off the rails. That's not a problem. That's just what happens when you're a functioning adult with a job, a family, and actual responsibilities. What separates the guys who get there from the guys who don't isn't that one group never slips. It's that one group treats every slip as information and a learning curve rather than evidence that they failed. Something went wrong. Good. Why? What was the situation? What would have made it easier to stay on track? What changes next time this particular situation comes up? That's the practice, and that's how you build something that actually sticks, not just short term, but long term. Not white knuckling your way through every single challenging moment. You're learning from the things that you didn't handle well and then building a system for future reference so you can handle these things better when they come up in the future. And the part nobody wants to accept is that you want this done within the space of 8 weeks. It's not going to happen. I get it. I wanted it too. When I was 30 kilos looking like this, I would have dreamed to look like this within the click of a fingers. But it's a process. It takes time. Something like the physique of your dreams that's worth having, it's not going to be easy to attain. That's why not everybody's walking around with the body that they want. Look at it like this. The weight that you're walking around with right now, the weight that you want to lose, that didn't just happen overnight. That was a gradual process of eating off track, not exercising enough, not doing your steps enough. It accumulated over months and possibly years through patterns and habits that were so normal to you that you barely noticed them forming. What you can do is start stacking weeks of solid, consistent effort, track your weight, take photos, take measurements, then look at what the trend is doing over a month, not what the scale said on a random Thursday morning after a salty dinner. And if after a genuine month of consistent effort, nothing's moving, then we adjust. Slightly less food, slightly more output, see what shifts. But you can only make intelligent adjustments when you've been consistent enough to actually have something to adjust from. If you're all over the place, you've got no data, so you can't make any decisions. And finally, when you've found something that works, and this will be different for everybody, stick with it. I cannot stress this enough. Once the results start coming, the temptation is to start researching what else you could be doing. Someone in the gym tells you you'd lean out faster if you train faster. You've seen a video saying the approach you're using is outdated. You start second guessing something that is actively delivering results. Leave it alone. The single biggest enemy of long-term progress isn't starting something wrong. It's abandoning something that was working, but you've replaced it because it's something new and shiny. Stay in your lane, block out the noise on social media, and trust the evidence that's in front of you in terms of the scale weight, in terms of the progression in the gym, and in terms of the measurements, in terms of the way you look in the mirror. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Comment below which one of these things that you're struggling with now. I want to know. I read every single comment. I'll get back to you when I can. And I'll give you even more information for your specific problem to make sure that you can start this as quickly as possible and get the best results in the shortest amount of time. And if you want support pulling all this together, my one-to-one coaching is open. Details in the description. But here's the thing though. Everything I've just covered tells you what to do. But there's a completely separate reason why men who know all of this still don't follow through. And it's not knowledge, it's something else entirely. And that's exactly what this next video here covers. That's your lot. Thanks for coming. Peace.